The 6 Strasburg firefighters charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor had their court hearing today, and the department also released its first official statement on the matter.
And WDVM's Carlin Wells is live from the Volunteer Fire Department in Strasburg with more. Carlin.
Yes, Morgan, the rape allegations against the 6 Strasburg volunteer firefighters has definitely stunned this small community and has left many here with questions. And today, after months of silence, the department released a statement to try to answer some of those. This release comes on the same day that the accused 6 men, those 3 of who are shown above, appeared at the Shenandoah Juvenile and Domestic Relations District Court for a hearing. The release states that the department has fully cooperated with law enforcement since April of 2017, and all of those involved were placed on administrative leave and suspended from all department duties. In November, after investigation details were released, the department did not state who the interim fire chief is at this time. And contrary to previous reports, the release also states that none of the alleged events happened here at the fire department on King Street. I'm Carlin Wells reporting live from Strasburg. Back to you.
All right, welcome back. We have breaking news out of Hagerstown, where there's heavy police activity outside of the Petco on Cole Road.
That's right, and WDVM's Aaron Miller joins us now live from the scene. Aaron, can you describe what you're seeing?
Morgan and Tasmin, good evening. We're told that this scene began unfolding around 5 o'clock this evening as the Washington County Sheriff's deputies were called here to the Petco. Now, the scene has died down immensely since then, as they've been on the scene for several hours, but there is still a little activity that I want to show you. So I'm going to step out of the screen. If you can see right here, there are still 3 cars on the scene. Now, just a little while ago, there was crime scene tape that all of those were boxed in by. Now, inside of that crime scene tape, there were 2 vehicles. One, which we believe to be a sheriff's deputy, and another one of those was a silver vehicle. That silver vehicle is the one closest to the Petco that you're seeing right now. It's right there on your screen. So we're not exactly sure how the 2 are related at the moment, but they are somehow. We saw a little bit earlier that there were officials that were on the scene inspecting both of the cars. I'm sure looking for any kind of evidence, if there were any damages to the vehicles, pretty much anything that's going to tip them off as to what happened here this evening. Now, when we got here on scene, probably around 9:15, there were probably about 4 or 5 cruisers that were still on the scene. The one cruiser that was actually inside of the crime scene tape just drove off moments ago before we got on air. As I said before, there's still a lot that we're learning, a lot that's unsure how the 2 are related, why they're even being investigated. And earlier there was also a camera that was set up right underneath the Petco the entrance right over there, and we're sure that that was police taking documentation of what happened at the scene, and they'll take that and use that in their investigation. But for now, that's all I've got. I'm sending it back to you guys in the studio. Live in Hagerstown, Aaron Miller, WDVM News.
Thank you, Aaron. Now, this story is still developing, and we'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more.
Well, there is nothing but celebration going on here in Prince William County, and that's because Democrats secured 6 open seats in the county, like Danica Rowham. She arrived this evening to cheers and applause as people lined the streets excited to see her because she beat out Robert Marshall. Now, he has been the 13th District's delegate for the last 26 years, and she is also the first openly transgender elected official in Virginia. She says she's excited to fix the infamous traffic on Route 28. Reporting live in Woodbridge, I'm Hannah Catherine Smith, Nova News.
All right, thank you, Hannah Catherine. Newly elected delegates will be sworn in come January.
Right now, Nova News begins with your forecast first.
Well, hey there, Northern Virginia. I hope you have had a great Monday. As we head into our Tuesday, we have a chance of some showers and maybe a rumble of thunder or 2. Temperatures around 51 degrees by 12 a.m. By 6 a.m., expect those showers. 47 degrees, and then by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, possibly a rumble of thunder on your morning commute. 49 degrees. Your local news where Northern Virginia and the Shenandoah Valley start right now.
From your local news leader, serving Northern Virginia and the Shenandoah Valley, this is the Northern Virginia News on WDVM.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for the Nova News. I'm Tasmin Mahfouz.
And I'm Morgan Wright. Our top story: police are searching the Annandale area for 3 men accused of assaulting a 47-year-old man and setting him on fire Sunday afternoon.
Officials say they responded around 2 p.m. at the 4500 block of Commons Drive after a report of a man being assaulted by 4 to 5 young men. The caller told police they had set the man on fire. Police say 2 suspects are in custody, but 3 others fled the area when police arrived.
We interviewed 2 people. They're both juveniles, is what it turns out to be. They were both released to their parents. We determined that one was uninvolved and one was involved, and we're going to be seeking petitions for the involved individual for assault by mob and attempted robbery is what it turned out to be.
And Lieutenant Corey says the victim is being treated at an area hospital and his injuries are not life-threatening.
Fairfax County Police say a 23-year-old man from Fredericksburg died Sunday morning after losing control of his car. Officers responded to the area of 6700 block of Telegraph Road in Alexandria. This happened around 1 a.m. for the report of a single car crash. Now, once on scene, officers say they located a car. The driver, 23-year-old Walter Rubio Valadares, lost control of the vehicle, went off the road right into a tree.
Our crash reconstruction unit is investigating whether or not speed was a factor, and his family's been notified.
Now, officials say Valadares was pronounced dead on the scene.
And just after midnight, officials say the Loudoun County Emergency Communication Center received multiple calls reporting a fire at a school in Leesburg. Fire and rescue crews were dispatched to Charles S. Monroe Technology Center and arrived on scene to find an active fire in the rear of the school building. Officials say several gas cylinders had exploded and the fire burned up the outside of the structure towards the roof. Firefighters managed to put out the fire and students attended school Monday morning as normal.
I go here, apparently there was a gas fire. Apparently some gas leaked and it caused external damage to the building.
Well, last night a friend texted me. He said there was a fire and I was going to go in and see what happened.
And the Loudoun County Fire Marshals say the fire was accidental. Representatives from Loudoun County Public Schools are estimating damages around $50,000.
This past week, the Frederick County Sheriff's Office has responded to over 25 calls of broken windows from shots fired.
And area residents are frightened. WDVM Sierra Fox has more on these shootings. Sierra?
Morgan, Tasmin, the sheriff's office tells me that these are random shootings, so they want residents to stay vigilant. Thankfully, no one has been injured, but law enforcement wants to put a stop to this before someone gets hurt. Now, these incidents have taken places all over the county: Stevens City, Sensony Road, Clearbrook area, as well as Northwestern Pike and Front Royal Pike. The victims reported finding the windows of their vehicle and/or residence broken out with what appears to be a BB gun or pellet gun. Several residents have reported hearing the window breaking from the impact. The most recent victim was driving her vehicle when the rear window was shot out.
We just want to emphasize how dangerous that is when someone's driving a vehicle. That, you know, they're startled and they could have an accident, and it's a very serious charge.
Now, the person or people involved could be charged with shooting into an occupied vehicle or residence. Now, the sheriff's office says they believe this is a 2-person act, with one person driving and the other person doing the shooting. We'll keep you updated as we get more details. Reporting live in the Nova newsroom, Tasmin Morgan, back to you.
Thank you, Sierra, for that report. Now, anyone with any information about these incidents is asked to contact the Frederick County Sheriff's Office or Crime Solvers, and we'll have those numbers on our website at localdvm.com.
All right, the Clark County Sheriff's Office is seeking information regarding an armed robbery that took place at a Boyce convenience store. According to the Sheriff's Office, a masked man armed with a stainless steel butcher knife robbed the Handy Mart on the 800 block of John Mosby Highway shortly after 7 p.m. on Sunday night. The suspect is described as a white male, possibly in his mid-30s and between 6'2" and 6'3" tall. The robber made off with an undisclosed amount of cash and fled on foot, headed toward John Mosby Highway.
I believe there's a vehicle involved. Afterwards, we had a witness come forward and said right prior to the deputy's arrival, there was a vehicle that left the area pretty fast. It was a silver, older model Jeep Cherokee, and it was seen hidden down North Fairfax Highway down towards Double Tollgate.
Anyone with information about this incident is asked to call Clark County Emergency Dispatch.
The Frederick County Sheriff's Office, along with the West Virginia State Police, are searching for a man who robbed a Lowe's home improvement store this morning. Now, officials say shortly after 11:30 a.m., the suspect, a white male wearing a white hooded sweatshirt, entered the Lowe's and picked up a DeWalt power tool set valued at about $500. He then walked past the cashier and flashed what officials believe was a semi-automatic gun and stated, quote, "I'm leaving with this." When the suspect was confronted in the parking lot by the Lowe's employee, he then pulled out a gun saying, quote, "You're not going to stop me."
Only in the store for approximately 2 minutes. He walked right in, went right to the display, picked it up, and walked right back out. So it would appear he might have cased the store to find out what he wanted, and then just come in and took it.
Officials say the suspect left in a black Jeep Grand Cherokee, and they were able to track the license plate number to Kearneysville, West Virginia.
And a live look on Viper Pinpoint radar at this hour. We're taking a look back towards Winchester. We are seeing a few showers as you head out from Winchester along Frederick Pike, and that's on that's US 522 as you head back towards West Virginia into the Berkeley Springs area. Seeing some rain up there, as well as down towards Middletown and back towards Strasburg. A few little showers coming into the region. Definitely seeing that coming into our neck of the woods, but we have more showers on the way, and some of those are packing a punch well off towards the west, back towards Lexington, just past them. Now it's into Columbus, Ohio. This will be coming into our neck of the woods as we head towards morning. Currently, right now in Winchester, we're seeing a temperature of 54 degrees from a high of 63 for your day. Those dew points are getting mighty close to the temperature, so definitely seeing that on radar right now. But I'll have more details on your forecast and when those showers will be coming into our neck of the woods coming up.
And after the break, we'll have the steps lawmakers are taking to try and create a path forward for human trafficking victims.
Now, WDVM Sports with Matt Finkel.
All right, Matt is here with the Check on Sports, and West Virginia, they've been playing decent basketball. They started off the season really hot. What are they ranked right now?
Yeah, started off so good. They're 20th now. They were number 2 about a month ago, but they've fallen off. Another big Monday game for them tonight. You heard Coach Grable just allude to it. Big game Tuesday against South. We've got a huge slate of high school hoops tomorrow night, so we're going to want to check that out, of course.
Sounds good. Thanks, Matt. We're back with more news right after this.
Pretty funny.
Wake up and make up.
We wear a lot of makeup.
That's the story of our lives, Morgan.
Yeah, it really is.
So I saw that the weather is going to warm up a bit this week.
Yeah.
But we'll still get a lot of rain.
Unfortunately, we get the rain with the warm weather, so we can't get that to work in our favor yet. We do at least have dry weather. It's just not warm. It's seasonably chilly, if anything. Kind of like tomorrow, for example. So let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. I kind of feel bad.
At least we're dry.
Exactly.
That's all the time we have. We'll see you back here tomorrow night. Have a great night.